Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Blades of Exile. It's time to examine our loot, spend some skill points, and check in with Stalker. But first, a nap. And once again, I'm going to use the Identify spell instead of paying to identify all my items individually. Because I'm decent on gold, I'm not that great. Ooh, the ring I found is a gold ring of protection. And the great sword that I think the dervish dropped is cursed. Maybe it only works well for him or something. Leather great helm is not that great. Sapphire's pretty good. For a Crichton. Scroll of magic resistance. Okay. Bronze studded. I am a fan of the ruby helm. Defense 4, encumbrance 1, can cast fireball. In all ways, better than an iron helm. Bronze spear, meh. More iron arrows, cool. Got some piercing crystals, which I might have had before. Regular darts, regular throwing knives. Regular darts are garbage, but magic darts are actually pretty good. Yeah, remaining gems would be maybe a sapphire and a couple of rubies. Okay, not a wonderful haul. Now, who can I sell stuff to in this town again? I can sell stuff to you. Not sure if I want to keep the Scroll of Magic Resistance. Do want to keep the Gold Ring of Protection, though, even if I'm not sure who I want to put it on yet. Do I have enough points for training? Aaron does. Gianna has a few. Everybody else I'd want to wait. Because this guy does multiple things, I have to ask him about training specifically, and not just hit the buy button. I think I don't want to talk to... Oh, well, maybe I... Now what I need to do is look in the plant to activate the wall. I think I don't need to talk to Luna so much as I need to talk to Stalker down below here. The lights dim, and the voice speaks. You have done well. While we suspected you are working for the Empire, our suspicions have been alleviated. With the outpost you attacked gone, our operations can expand to the south. I wish to meet you personally, to speak with you and reward you. Come to me, leave Buzzard, and follow the mountain path to the east or north. You will arrive at my fortress before long. I eagerly await your presence. That is all. The lights return. Okay then. Now, I wonder what will happen if we try returning to Jane under Willow again. And that's not the way I want to go. Though perhaps I do want to... Well, I can buy arrows, I can buy bolts. I cannot necessarily buy throwing weapons. Speaking of arrows, though. Combine 2 piles into 1. Also, assuming that I'm allowed in here, the word of your notoriety has reached this remote town. The guards droid their weapons and move to intercept you. Ah. Let's not then. But, something I forgot to show off earlier, and may do in another run, is if I talk to the business owner leader person in Muck, and, mention Hilty's name to her, the ill worker, she says something infuriating. Let's just say she's a very anti-union kind of woman. Which is to be expected in someone who profits off of feudalism. Well, if Muck knows that I've gone off-leash, surely Willow does. Unfortunately, news of your notoriety and criminal acts have reached the normally sleepy town of Willow. With a lusty shout, the guards raise the alarm. So I'm noping out of that one. The isolated cluster of farmhouses, meanwhile, is about the same as it's always been. Okay. As soon as the guards see you, they recognize you. Someone calls an alarm out. More guards come running. You obviously aren't welcome here anymore. Now what? It does make me wonder what good can come of joining up with the rebels. You know, aside from standing up for workers' rights and all. Actually, is this the way? I can go this way now. To the east, you can see many mines. Many have been played out and boarded up. Some are still active. The path has been heavily used, and tailings are piled everywhere. This looks like a rich area. No wonder the Empire wants it. You reach one of these mountains' many productive mines. Tired, dirty miners, guarded by hill runner soldiers, work the tunnels for valuable ores to be smelted and taken down to Buzzard. Being adventurers, deep, dark tunnels don't have much appeal to you unless they contain monsters and treasure in discreet, easily taken piles. You depart. I love when these games are self-aware. A small smelter has been set up in this valley. They produce iron bars at a decent rate. When you arrive, they greet you, chat with you for a bit, and offer to sell you iron at a reasonable rate. I can buy iron bars for extremely cheap. But I'm an adventurer, not a trader. Well, I may be a traitor, but I'm not a trader. That's another mine. This area really feels a little bit more huge than it needs to. Suddenly, rebel troops are everywhere. They're jumping out of holes in the ground, running down the mountainside, and charging towards you from the hills ahead. Their weapons aren't out, but they don't look friendly either. When they get close, you see that there actually aren't that many of them. Only about 20. Not a large group. You're nervous at first, until you see that they're led by O'Grady, the man who sent you on your deadly mission to Zaskiva. Your relief at seeing a familiar face is short-lived. He looks at you with disgust, even loathing. The other hill runners look no friendlier. O'Grady says, "Stalker has given orders. You are to be welcomed into our ranks, and given a high position. Higher even than me. I am not fooled, though. I know the Empire contacted you. I know you were brought here to finish us off. Surrender now, and we will take you to a ship and send you away from here. Do not surrender, and you will die." The rebels put their hands on their blades. They mean it. Do you surrender? Yes, please. You give up your weapons, and the hill runners tie you up and drag you into the hills. Once there, they do not hesitate to stab each of you in the heart and dump the bodies in a gully. Oh. That was the wrong choice, then. And unfortunately, my last save was here. Well, I've already made you sit through one poorly planned, yet ultimately successful battle here, so I'm not going to do that again. I will see you back in the mining valley. Last time I had a confrontation and made the wrong choice. So this time when O'Grady meets us with about 20 rebels, and O'Grady says he does not like us, we will not surrender. Fine, O'Grady yells. We'll do this the hard way. The rebels shout and charge. So we get 9 soldiers, 4 captains, 5 archers, 2 mages, and 1 O'Grady. So he gets his own special named character. Also, these are regular archers, not Empire archers. Should be a little easier to deal with. Yeah, they die in only 2 hits. Or 3 or 4 if I don't have the flaming weapon. Actually, do I want to cast Firestorm? Or do I want to have a little fun with a Quick Cast and or Hydra? Simulacrum actually doesn't have terribly good range. Why must archery be so much worse than melee attacks in this game? Bye, O'Grady, we hardly knew you. All of this loot is probably not exactly worth it. You search O'Grady's body. You find a scroll, signed by Stalker, saying that you are to be found and escorted safely to his fortress. It would seem O'Grady decided to take some liberties in following these orders. Yeah, O'Grady doesn't like us newcomers. I think some of his dialogue in town might have elaborated on that a little more. I'll have to click around a bit more thoroughly when I show off the other path. And that's just a dead end. Seriously, this place is big. So much bigger than it needs to be. But I guess Jeff just had enough map space to fill. You've got to do an X by X rectangle of map. You reach the shores of a beautiful mountain lake. The waters are clear and blue, and the sunlight reflects off it so brightly it almost blinds you. It would be beautiful here, were it not for the half-dozen skeletons on the shore, covered with scraps of armor. Several Empire soldiers met a hard end here, and the remains were left here as a grisly trophy, or reminder. Okay, then. You reach a valley high up in the mountains of Morrow's Isle. The miners that have been burrowing through these mountains haven't quite reached here yet. They're still working on other areas. The valley is quite nice and peaceful. Alpine evergreens grow all around, and bits of snow are visible here and there. No brigands, no signs of battles. It's a nice change of pace. And that is what we would have found had we taken the northern path instead of the eastern first. They both wrap around to the same place. And I don't think there's actually anything special to be found here, just some trees. But what we've really come here for is in the northeast corner. You finally reach the highest valley in the mountains of Morrow's Isle. Here, you see arrayed before you the rebel army of Stalker. It's surprisingly unimpressive. You see 6 camps, each with 50 or so people camped around it. They're mostly hill folk, rough and crude, with a few mages and Empire defectors thrown in. This is the lot that's held off the Empire in all its might? Apparently so. Stalker's stealth and viciousness, combined with the cunning of his troops and the defendability of these hills, have enabled him to succeed where so many others have failed. And you're about to meet him. To the east you see a massive fort, built into the mountain slope. Stalker's fortress awaits. Stalker's army spends its time living in small stone huts, each circled around a large bonfire. Dead goats and casks of ale are always handy. His troops are clearly a rowdy lot. They're also friendly, and they've heard of you. When they see you, they invite you in to eat and drink with them. The rebels welcome you in, and with many hearty slaps on the back, serve you up huge, steaming chunks of roast goat and mugs of ale. They have all sorts of stories of adventure for you, and want to hear your stories as well. As you drink with them, you start to notice something unsettling. These folks seem friendly enough, but their stories are horrifying. They involve burned villages, ambushes that turn into massacres, and vile tortures inflicted on Empire troops. They're cheery, and clearly are impressed by you, but you detect a subtle undercurrent of barely controlled, psychotic violence, always under the surface, always ready to tear loose. There can't be more than 500 men and women camped in this valley, but they're the most terrifying people you've ever met. When the time comes and the feast ends, you're more than ready to move on. Well, let's check out Stalker's Fortress. You step inside Stalker's Fortress. It's not so much a castle as a warren. One incredibly well-guarded gate, followed by a long, natural gallery with buildings burrowed into the wall along it. The guards are a motley bunch, wearing a wide variety of armor, some stolen from Empire troops, and wielding all manner of wicked blades, polearms, and spiked clubs. They watch you with profound mistrust, but at least these guards don't attack you. As you enter, one of the guards says, "Stalker wants to see you. He's to the north. Go see him. Don't go anywhere else. You aren't allowed." The other guards nod at the last bit. Friendly lot. Well, I know they told me to go north, but I wouldn't be an adventurer if I didn't try going everywhere else first. Okay, was not actually expecting that. Someone's secret stash? Shirt and robes. What an odd place to put that. Also, this is a big place. Honor barracks. Very large forge. And given proximity to the mines, probably has a lot of quality raw material to work with. Rather large barracks. Stalker's throne room. Okay, I'm not entirely sure I like a rebel leader who has a throne room, but I can withhold judgment for now. Honor barracks is bloody huge. It's basically a mead hall like you'd expect to find in Valhalla. Oh, that wasn't the honor barracks, that was, just the banquet hall. Also, I haven't actually been prevented from going elsewhere yet. Magical Research Explosive Development. Ooh. You meet a small, nervous man. He is pacing around, clearly on edge. I'm Pogue. I'm the interrogator here. I convince people who don't want to tell us things that they should. That's a polite way to put it. Look, I'm not sure I'm allowed to be talking to you. I don't know if Stalker has said it's all right. I really should go. Bye. Okay. And at the far end, we have fortress storage. These are the doors to the fortress interrogation chambers. Behind the doors, you can dimly hear the sounds of people in pain. Fortunately, the doors are massive and heavily locked, so you're unable to go in there and see what's going on. It'll do a lot for your peace of mind. Holding and interrogation. Okay. You seem like you might be a quartermaster. There's a tired-looking blonde woman behind the counter, trying to repair a dozen miserable-looking arrows. I'm Karen. What? She looks at you unhappily. I'm in charge of giving supplies. What little supplies there are to give. The rebels are all the same. Their little missions are all the most important things in the world, and need all of our pitiful supply of items. They cajole, they threaten, they hit on me. But I turn them down, because I need to keep it all to go around. That's why this whole business with you makes me so angry. I've been ordered to give you all of our best supplies. No explanations. People come to me every day, about to risk their lives and needing our weapons to save themselves. But I can't give them now, because you'll have them. No matter. The supplies are there for you, in the east storeroom. Key. The items you've been given are in the storerooms to the north of here. Help yourself. Good luck. I hope you're worth it. And of course, I can't identify any of it. We'll yoink a few bolts. And I'll see what the necklace is. Completely unnecessary door. Okay. You walk in on several wizards performing delicate and dangerous experiments on explosive materials. When they see you, they stop what they're doing long enough to call for guards. They come and pull you away, telling you not to come back. Fair enough. I guess that's the back entrance to the Explosives Research Division. Okay, magic it is. Really? Fine then, I'll stay out. Probably going to get the same unfriendly message here. Yep. Could be space to squeeze a secret in here, but there isn't. Out of my way! You enter Stalker's throne room. It's a massive chamber, clearly built with the intention of impressing all who are brought here, willingly or unwillingly. Huge granite pillars tower above you on all sides, like a monumental stone forest. In the center of the chamber is a massive oak table, 50 feet long, where the leaders of the Hill Runners meet to plan tactics. At the far end sit Stalker and Canizares. They look up from their plans when you enter, and Stalker motions you forward. After hearing so much about him, you find his appearance somehow disappointing. There's nothing about his nondescript look and bearing that indicates the ruthlessness and genius that have made him the scourge of the Empire. Ooh, books. To docks? This door leads to the docks behind Stalker's fortress. Unfortunately, the door is locked and you don't have the key. Pity. This dock may be your only route off this island. Yeah, now that we can't get to... Now that, Salathni won't let us in, and wants our heads. This will surely be trapped, or something I'm not supposed to have yet. The box is empty. Okay. You step in front of the altar, and feel a pleasant, soothing feeling. You feel much better when you walk away. Probably healing. The rebels have liberated a huge prayer book from the Empire. You spend some time looking at it. Most of the rituals are either uninteresting or already known to you. Fortunately, one spell seems useful. You can now cast the spell Revive All. Ooh. Another huge prayer book from the Empire. I can now cast Major Cleansing. Or I could cast those if I had level 7 spells. Gotta work on that at some point. And you guys are upgraded generic guards. Yahaha. Okay, there must be a plot flag that activates or deactivates some of these secret passage doors. Wow, this chamber really is big. Hey, Canizares, haven't seen you in a hot minute. You meet Canizares again, the man who gave you your first hill runner mission on this island. I am Canizares, do you not remember? Well, well, you have worked out better for us than anyone expected. We were all debating about whether to try to convince you or kill you. We hope we've made the right choice. We knew that the Empire asked you to come here, and we suspected that you were being asked to infiltrate us. We would have killed you instantly, but we need good allies. We need all the help we can get. The Empire is a nearly overwhelming force. Our goal is to control this island ourselves. Islands are not hard to defend, especially with magical help. But first, we need you to perform a mission for us. Another one? Stalker, listening, clears his throat. Canizares, chastened, says, "But you should talk to Stalker about that." Stalker is a truly great man, a groundbreaking thinker. We had never realized what a powerful weapon utter ruthlessness could be. Okay, since the game clearly wants me to talk to Stalker. You come face to face with the infamous Stalker. He stands and shakes your hands in a clipped, businesslike manner. Then he sits. My real name is Lost, and I prefer it stay forgotten. I am called Stalker. I am the leader of the Hill Runners. I fight the Empire however possible, by all means at my disposal. That is the name my followers have taken for themselves. My hatred for the Empire knows no bounds. The tactics I use against them know no bounds either. That is why I wanted you brought here. I need to fight the Empire with any means at my disposal. My best weapon now is you. I know the Empire brought you here. I also know that, for whatever reason, you choose to join us. Sadly for you, you are trapped on this island. I have a final mission for you. If you carry it out, you will be well rewarded. Stalker leans back and begins to speak, with the tired patience of one used to repeating things again and again, and the confidence of one who knows his words must be obeyed, like it or not. There is only one person on this island who has the skill and strength to defeat me. His name is Jane. As long as he lives, we will not be able to take Morrow's Isle. If we do take the Isle, though, we may be able to hold it against the Empire for years. It is not hard to defend an island. We have finally convinced an Empire prisoner to tell us where Jane is. We have people there. All we need is someone good enough to get in and kill Jane. That someone will be you. To get there, stand just north of the town of Liam and walk due north. You will be contacted from there. Good luck to you. You will be doing the Hill Runners a great service. Wow, we got a whole special dialogue box for that. Be sure to get supplies before leaving. Of course, you will receive a good reward for completing this mission. And this reward is, alas, one you can't live without. Uh-oh. Have we been surreptitiously poisoned? The supply depot is much farther inside our fortress. Karen is in charge there now. She will help outfit you for your mission. We will pay you well for completing your mission. In return, we will help you escape this island, and give you other trinkets as well. The Empire will stop at nothing to kill you now. No Empire-controlled city on this island will be safe for you. We've noticed. The docks at Salathni are lost to you. That is why, if you complete a mission for us, we will reward you. Okay. Let's see if Canizares has any different dialogue now that we have talked to Stalker. Okay, fine. I think that is all I am able to do here for now. Well, I get to schlep all the way back over to Liam, but before I do that, identify fire orb necklace. Not my favorite. Ooh, magic bolts. Much better. Maybe I should have picked up a few other things from the supply depot. Anyway, gonna walk over to Liam, and I will meet you all in the next episode. Until then, have a good one and take care, everybody.